Oi, Virgo, let me tell you something, my gorgeous Virgolini, let me tell you something. This week it's gonna be like absolutely crazy. Really weird, bizarre, strange, unusual, but to be quite honest with you, this is all gonna be so beneficial for you, because by the time this week comes to an end, you are pretty much so going to be very happy indeed. Let me just tell you this, my gorgeous Virgolini, that right at the beginning of this week, you are literally going to have my goodness, such an interesting experience. You are going to have a really interesting experience. You are going to have some kind of a little adventure. This is how it's going to feel to you, because something is going to be happening in your life which it hasn't happened in an absolute, in a very long time. So you are going to be enjoying yourself, that's the bottom line. So something very kind of important is going to happen to you at the beginning of this week. Very kind of important experience, and that experience I can only describe as some kind of a little adventure, because it's to do with the specific things in your life that haven't been happening in absolute ages. So this is why this is going to be important, because at the same time, something is going to happen to you. Your mind is going to be refreshed, my gorgeous Virgolini. Your mind is going to be refreshed, and you're going to be rejuvenated to the point where you are going to become the biggest mama in the city, baby, in the best possible way. Something it's going to rejuvenate you, and something it's going to refresh your mind, and it's going to refresh your memory. It's going to shake you up to the point where it's going to be absolutely obvious what you have to do, what you need to do, what's imminent to you, for you to do, my gorgeous Virgolini, in order to be happy, and in order to be excited, and in order to get the most out of your life. Very important indeed. You are going to have the greatest awakening moment ever. Your eyes are going to be open, baby. A huge, massive wake-up call. And once your eyes are open like this, my goodness, nothing is ever going to close them again, baby. Like absolutely crazy. So it's all boiling down to what exactly it's actually going to happen right at the beginning of this week. The bottom line is, it is going to be like a little adventure. It is going to make you feel good. It is gonna start to kind of opening you up nicely, and you're gonna be thinking about like a new things in life. It's bringing in so much enthusiasm. It is a whole new initiative when it comes to you, like really kind of understanding and realizing unlimited possibilities that you did not kind of necessarily, not that you didn't realize this before, but it's more about this mind-blowing confirmation which you are going to have at the same time. This it's not only about that. There is so much more to it. This is directly connected to your spirit, directly connected to your spiritual journey, and directly connected to your karma. It's crazy. Oh my God, look at me. Look at what effect on me this has. Can you imagine how you're gonna feel throughout this week? You're gonna be like, oh my God, let's go, baby. But also, it's not only about that. There is something else which is going to be uncovered here. Something else. It is going to make you, it is going to remind you of a bitter moment in your life. Okay? Some kind of mistake that you've made. This in itself, there is more to it, because as I said, you're also going to be reminded of some kind of mistake that you've made like not that long ago, and now this in itself, it's really kind of going to make you aware of that particular mistake, and like within the last year or so, something that you kind of buried, deep in the sand, something that you did not even like to think about because you would feel so frustrated. And but it's important to work on those parts of our life, on those parts of our spirit which are making us feel dark. And this is why the shadow work is ever so important. Shadow work, when you are reflecting on your life really deeply and having a rather enlightening moment and experience where you see things in a completely different angle, it's necessary when it comes to things that made us suffer at some point, but also when it comes to those things that we are trying to bury deep within the sand, but it's gonna catch up with us, and it's gonna start affecting us physically if we don't deal with this spiritually and subconsciously or consciously, right, at this stage right now. So you just need to bring this out, this mistake, and try to kind of see it from a different angle. And this is why all this experience is going to be absolutely magnificent for you, my gorgeous Virgolini, because you are going to be able to kind of like a benefit from being able to understand this like kind of differently. You're very smart, you're very clever. So to me, this is not a surprise whatsoever. Or shall I say, we are really smart and we are really clever, because we are. So my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm trying to say that now you will be reminded of this mistake. This mistake is something that was left unresolved in the past, okay? Maybe it could have been longer than 1 year. I said within 1 year, but maybe it could have been a little bit longer than 1 year. But it's important for you to understand, to actually, now you're going to become very determined to actually dissect that mistake. And this in itself is, that mistake has such an effect on you, where you like feeling really indecisive, and that's not good. This is the effect that it was leaving on you. You felt indecisive about things that you know mean the world to you. No, baby, no, that's no way to live. That's a sign and indication that something was left unresolved in the past, and you have to unpack it, and that's exactly what you need to do. It's brilliant. This is gonna, oh my God, you have no idea how important this is actually going to be for you, my gorgeous Virgolini, indeed. Because also at the same time, you know, what else I was going to say, that you know, that mistake that happened, you know, it only happened, you did something that you regret, but that happened because there was a lack of preparation at the time. And that in itself, it's like kind of, you know, all this time you were like kind of maybe suspicious and negative around things, about things that would have an impact on you in a negative way, when it comes to you needing to have a feel full bravery in order to make the certain steps and certain moves in your life. So this in itself did cause a little bit of stagnation ever since, and it also did delay certain things, you know. So this is why this is so important. You are gonna have a little hermit moment, hermit mode. When it comes to hermit moment and hermit mode, my gorgeous Virgolini, this is where you are brilliant, because this is your card. You're very deep, and you're very powerful. When you do like a bit of a self-reflection, you're very powerful. You get a lot out of it. Some signs get more, some signs get a lot. Like Virgolini gets a lot, Scorpioni gets a lot, Capricornius get a lot. There are certain signs who are like a big mamas when it comes to this reflection, indeed. But you are gonna realize this when you have this hermit mode, hermit moment. All this is gonna come to you again. That's gonna be confirmed. Oh my God, this is gonna be really personal, because you will be reflecting how you were maybe struggling with certain things over the last 5 months. Indeed, when it comes to that hermit mode, that's going to come to the surface. But also you are going to realize that at this stage of your life, you have to be honest with yourself, because now it's not only about you realizing that you're in self-denial about something, what you were struggling with within the last 5 months, but it's also, you're also going to realize, you're also going to be reminded of this big change, huge change that was on your mind for so long, and you will realize that this in itself is so imminent, you know, when it comes to this stage of your life. And that is the energy that I am talking about. That energy, it's about knock, 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 baby. Oh my God, that energy, it's about to open an important door. Okay, that energy, it's like, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm talking about, because this energy is going to be primarily responsible for you going forward with your life. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Virgo, my gorgeous Virgolini, you are going to have a very much so important, like a really kind of positive experience. A really positive experience, because, you know, again, another experience, a really positive experience is going to happen in such a way where it's going to happen somewhere where you are going constantly, somewhere where you are always. It's to do with something that's like kind of constant in your life, but it's gonna something that you do always, regularly, constantly, but now it's gonna be pretty much so something is gonna happen, something is gonna take place, and you are gonna have a really nice experience because you're gonna tap into something you've never tapped into before. On one hand, you're gonna realize what needs more attention, care, and more energy in your life, but then on another hand, you're gonna realize about something you're wanting to explore, something so badly, and this is brilliant. But you're also on a sad note, or on a negative note, you are gonna kind of become aware of some kind of a lies. You're gonna realize, I'm sorry, my gorgeous Virgolini, that somebody was dishonest with you and somebody was lying to you lately. And now you just have to, on one hand, understand that you need to set the boundaries. You need to set the boundaries. Seriously, listen to me, because nobody else will set them for you. You need to set the certain boundaries. You need to be very clear with yourself here. Indeed, direct communication is rather important. But on another hand, you also need to kind of commit yourself as well at the same time to something that it's making you feel a little bit negative right now, stroppy and anxious, and something that has been preoccupying your life for a while. You need to commit to that and that was causing so many difficulties as well, but you need to commit yourself to that, to bring that to an end. It is not something that you can just throw out straight away, move on from straight away from, cut out of your life straight away. No, baby, no. You see what I mean? I hope this makes sense, because it's a very complex, but it's rather important. So you have to commit yourself to something that already has been preoccupying your life. You have to commit yourself to bring that to the end. You can't rush with this. You can't cut this out. You can't be abrupt with this whatsoever. And this is where I need you to be strong. This is where I need you to stand your ground. This is where I need you to recenter and ground yourself as well. Because you are pretty much so going to have a very, very interesting idea as well. How you can maybe try to speed up certain things. And you're also going to have a certain idea within the next few days where you're going to realize that it's not going to be as bad whatsoever. It's not going to be as bad as you thought. So it's more about you kind of seeing things again, kind of in a different light. It's going to pretty much so help you to go forward in your life. By the time, my gorgeous Virgolini, by the time you get to the last part of this week, it's like, oh my God, it's like, this is crazy, because you are really, do you know what? You are going to have a very interesting sign, very important sign, very significant sign. This will be personal. This is when your spirituality is going to kick in. Listen to me very carefully. At around the end of this week, you are going to have an important sign, which is going to be obvious to you that you have to offer more energy towards something really specific. You will know what this is because it's to do with something that you're working on, you have been working on. It's a prominent part, and it's to do with a prominent aspect of your life. So you will have a sign, an important sign, and you will know, oh my God, I need to put more energy towards this. When you have this sign, you will know that you are very much so really high up there when it comes to being super intuitive at this stage of your life. Okay, so you will know that you need to put more energy towards something, but you're also going to understand that you have to continue with certain effort until full success is attained. So something is going to be so much more successful than you possibly thought, but it's also going to bring so much joy, pleasure, and happiness into your life. Here you are going to have an important realization when it comes to this, because somebody very consistent in your life, somebody really beautiful, somebody who gives you certain news or a message every now and then, that particular person is kind of going to give you an important news, very, very important news. And that important news which you're going to have from somebody who you can trust, it's going to really pretty much so at the same time, it's going to provide you with this powerful spiritual key, which is going to help you to unlock this door, which are ever so important at this stage of your life. So this important and consistent person in your life who's very honest, somebody very beautiful, somebody who gives you certain news and messages every now and then, that particular person is going to be playing an important role here, especially when it comes to you, pretty much so when it comes to you kind of having a final, like a confirmation or a little bit of a clarity, but that it's going to work with that particular idea that I've said, you know, already, that you're going to have realization, I said, how you're actually going to do this. So this is why this is going to be so important. And also why I get so excited, my gorgeous Virgolini, because also at around the end of this week, such an important message, oh my God, about a certain progress. An important message about a certain progress in your life. You will know what this is, because it's to do with the hard work. It's to do with you now understanding and realizing that you need to reorganize certain things in life, and by you like kind of realizing that you need to reorganize certain things in life, it's more about the priority change, because that particular progress that I'm talking about here, this you will know as soon as you become aware of this progress, you will know that this is, you know, this has brought on one hand an amazing accomplishment into your life. It's going to make you feel so good about yourself. It's to do with a big achievement, beautiful recognition, an amazing moment of victory. But also at the same time, why you're going to feel so excited. It's not only about the accomplishment and the actual progress and this victory, but now you're going to become aware of why you're going to be so excited is because there are certain opportunities that have been on your mind for a while, but you couldn't kind of go for them. There are so many things that you are going to become excited at this moment in time. These opportunities that you were that you're going to become aware of, you know, maybe you kind of were aware of them before, but you didn't feel ready, you didn't feel prepared. Only now, when you become aware of this progress, like, oh my God, the amount of confidence you are going to have, my gorgeous Virgolini, the life is about to become very, very exciting and very interesting for you as well. Things are finally, slowly but surely starting to move on, baby. Indeed. So now I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Virgolini, and it just came out by itself. Oh my lordy lord. Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God, surprise, surprise. Let me tell you the first thing that comes to my mind when I see this little beauty here. You know what's the first thing that comes on my mind? Do something this week that needs a good luck. All right? Do something this week that needs a good luck. But not just anything, but it's more like to do with things that mean to you so much. You know, with things that are meaningful to you, when it comes to maybe certain problems and certain issues and things like that you just didn't know what to do with. Just this is a great time to deal with those type of things as well. But on another note, my gorgeous Virgolini, this is an important sign that what you are going through this week, what you will be going through, is directly connected to your karma and directly connected to your destiny. This is important. Let me tell you something that you will become aware of. Forget about what I said so far, forget about everything, but you're going to become aware of some kind of problem which is like starting to come to an end. Forget about everything I said, okay? You're going to become aware of this week about a certain problem which is going to slowly but surely start coming to an end, and this is for some reason going to surprise you, but what is in a good way, in a really good way. But what is really important here is that what you're going to become aware of, it's not about this problem which is going to surprise you, something very messy and very terrible and very difficult, something that has affected every single aspect of your life. That problem is going to slowly but surely start coming to an end. This is for some reason going to surprise you, because you thought this is never gonna go, this is never gonna disappear, and these problems have been part of your life for such a long time that you basically got used to it. So this is going to be a double mama here indeed. But what is really important, and I hope you remember me, as soon as you become aware of that problem coming to an end, which is going to surprise you, there is a very specific option, very specific possibility, which is going to be on your mind only instantly. This possibility is something that you need to take on the next level, and you must not forget about it whatsoever. You need to start considering this possibility now very, very seriously indeed, because you have no idea how much is going to come out of that possibility along the way. It is going to change your life, but it's also going to make you realize so much more about yourself and about your life in general, and more importantly about so many things to do and explore in order to make your life so much more complete. Oh my God. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.